Hey guys, it's Incred from 751. This is going to be a little bit of a rambly video because I'm going to be talking about a lot of strategies and just give overall guide on and talk about what as a base you should be focusing on as a player when it comes to leveling up your base and leveling up your technology, and when should you focus on what and what should you be focusing on while you're leveling up. So I'll kind of go in brackets of 13 to 16, 16 to 19, 19 to 22, 22 to 25 kind of thing, and what you should really be focusing on while you're leveling, and what to do when you get 25 kind of thing. So let's go ahead and start into that. And let's start with, 1 to 13. And this should be a really, really simple process. When you're level 1 to 13, what you're really going to try to be focusing on is, if you don't have access to killing a level 15 clown, it's try to get, the highest clown level you can. Probably at level 13, you can get up to level 5 clown. But what you really do want to be pushing is base levels. You want to get to that tier 6 unit as fast as you can, which is that base 16. It's pretty important getting your tier 6 units because that is going to allow you to eventually kill a level 10 clown. But at base 13, you really shouldn't be leveling up any buildings besides the buildings that you need to level up your base. Don't be leveling up your resource plots. Don't be leveling up your bunker or your bunks, your hospitals. Don't be worrying about any of those other buildings besides the building that it takes to level up your base. So that's going to be those level requirements like, one refinery, your houses, your ration trucks, and your shooting range in those buildings. When you're going on your journey to level 16, when you get to level 16, the only thing I would recommend you getting is T6 vehicles. And once you get your vehicle camp up to level 16, you can start making tier 6 vehicles. Then at that point, that would be like your luxury unit, because you don't really need anything else besides that. You are going to need, tier 6 units to get to that level 15 clown killed, level 10 clown killed. At that point, it's okay to start leveling up your main barrack for your class APC. So that way you can start holding more units in that main class APC, so that way you can kill that level 15 clown. But once you get to that level 15 clown, at that point, you really should stop leveling up your barracks. And don't worry about your barracks until, you get your higher base levels. You might think, well, barracks help me out for gathering and clash of zones. And yes, while that's true, they're really expensive. They cost a lot of cash. They cost a lot of oil and fuel to level. And you could be exploring with that builder instead of using that builder to level up your barracks. So once you get to 16, try to kill level 10 clown. If you can get to level 10 clown, then you're in good shape. But at that point, keep pushing towards 19. Don't level anything else up besides getting what you need at level 19. So once you get to 19, you have access to tier 7 units. A big mistake that a lot of players make is they try to get tier 7 fighters and tier 7 shooters and tier 7 vehicles, and then they start leveling up their resource plots, and they start leveling up all this other stuff that they get access to. You get access to missiles. They start leveling missiles up, and they start using their chip buildings, and they fall into this trap of using all their resources at level 19, getting stuck at level 19, and they just get trapped at level 19, and they can never progress their base past level 19 because they don't have any resource storages. They're using all their resources on these luxury buildings that they really don't need, and overall their cash depot is just completely drained because at level 19 it's costing you, that's when it starts costing you like 22 million fuel for a level 19 vehicle camp, and at level 19 that's absolutely ridiculous. So when you get level 19, what I recommend you do is get your vehicle camp to level 19, so you get tier 7 vehicles. Leave your shooting range at level 13. You don't need it. You don't need tier 7 shooters. You don't need tier 7 fighters. You can get to level base 25 with a level 2 fighter camp. So don't worry about leveling up your fighter camp or your shooter camp. You'll need it 13 to get to base 13, but besides that, just get your vehicles to tier 7, because at tier 7 you can now start soloing level 15 clowns, which is going to give you a ton of money. It's going to give you speed ups, diamonds, and whatnot. So once you get to the point where you can take a level 15 clown down by yourself, and what I mean by yourself is you do 100% of the damage to it, and you get all that extra cash for doing 100% damage to it. That's when you need to just stop production on all your buildings and really just start hammering getting level 22 as fast as you can so you can get those tier 8 units. Once you unlock base level 20, you do get access to a VIP shop. And what VIP shop is unfortunately you have to spend $100 in order to unlock it, but it probably will be the best purchase that you make in this game because you can get 22 million fuel every single day from that VIP shop. Not for free, but at some point you will be just getting free resources from it because you get a free raffle for points every single day. It's a very great purchase at level 20, but if you don't want to get it, totally understand that. It's not necessary, but it does help a lot. So at 20, you get access to VIP building, which is pretty important. If you skip that, base 21 doesn't give you anything. But base 22, that's when you get access to tier 8 units, right? And a big debate is, do I get my tier 8 units at 22 or do I go to base 23? Because if any of you know, when you get base level 23 and you win the day in Clash of Zones, you actually get a gold ticket instead of getting purple tickets. You get 1 gold ticket instead of 3 purple tickets, like you would at base 22. And gold tickets have a way higher chance of getting an orange hero instead of a purple ticket. Personally, I think it's best to just get your tier 8 unit first. Unless you're really behind in your state, then just pushing to base 23 is going to be better. But if I'm starting on a new state, I always push for the tier 8 unit first, so that way I can be one of the stronger players on the state. And also in justification, you do get a lot more points for training tier 8 units on Clash of Zones, and you get a lot of more points for training tier 8 units on the daily challenge. So it makes the daily challenge a lot easier, and you don't have to use as many speed ups that way. So you save yourself diamonds in the long run. So that's why I always normally prefer getting tier 8 first. Another benefit for getting tier 8 first is you need your vehicle camp to be level 23 to get from base 23 to 24. So just starting that journey towards tier 8 units at base 22 is probably going to be a lot better than waiting till you're base 23 and you just drain all your storages to get to base 23. So there's that. When you're base 22, you really should just focus on getting the tier 8 vehicles. Don't worry about tier 8 shooters. Don't worry about tier 8 fighters. They're just going to set you back. They cost those fighter camps and shooter camps cost so much iron. They cost so much cash, and they'll just eat your diamonds and speed ups away. So don't worry about them. Save your resources from the warehouses. Just get the tier 8 vehicles. Get your vehicle camp to 23. And just from 22, once you get those tier 8 vehicles, don't do anything but push to base 25. If you want to, you can at base 23 start leveling up your resource plots. If you already have the cash stocked, you got a surplus of cash, and your oil, or not your oil refineries, your iron refineries only cost food and cash to upgrade. If you got plenty of cash for the base upgrade from 24 to 25 and 23 to 24, then yeah, go ahead and start leveling up your refineries because it really is going to benefit you getting them to level 23 and above. But push that base 25 as fast as you can, because once you get base 25, if you win a day in Clash of Zones, you get 2 gold tickets instead of 1 gold ticket. Your daily challenge rewards get a lot better too. That's something I forgot to mention. A huge reason why you don't want to get trapped at base 19 is the daily challenge rewards at base level 19 compared to base 23 are totally different. You get so many more diamonds at base 23. You get so many more resources, and it's just not even close. Like the amount of resources you'll get from hitting 3 boxes or 2 boxes every daily challenge is just, it'll add up to a massive amount of resources, and it really speeds up the leveling process, getting yourself to base 23, even if you are a weak base. There's nothing wrong with being a base 25, having tier 8 vehicles and tier 5 shooters and tier 1 fighters. I mean, if you're just using vehicles, you'll be plenty fine. You're not going to be that weak of a player if you have good heroes and if you have parts. So let's talk about what happens when you get base 25. What should you focus on at base 25? And there's a couple things you can focus on. What I would recommend you not do is go straight towards getting your tier 8 shooters and your tier 8 fighters and just starting to max your buildings as much as possible, because here's one thing that a lot of players forget when they don't have their zone commemoration maxed is getting points on building day is really difficult. It costs a lot of diamonds for speed ups. It costs just a lot of resources in general, and it's a nuisance of a day once you hit base 25 because you don't have a lot of chips stocked up, and because you used all your cash getting to base 25, you used all your resources getting to base 25, and it's just going to be difficult trying to get points on there. So what I would really recommend you do once you get base 25 is level up your refineries, so that way you increase your iron production. Level up your lumber camps, so that way you increase your lumber production, and your electricity, your solar panel and your wind terminal based on which one you have, if you have arm supply or not. Level those up, get them to max, so that way that you're producing a lot of passive resources. You're going to produce a ton at base 25, and if you get all those maxed out at 25, it'll be, you'll be quite the resource cash cow, especially if you have farms. They'll give you a lot more resources, and you'll be flowing in on the resources. You'll generally be hurting for diamonds for the most part, to try to use speed ups for a lot of stuff. But at 25, I really wouldn't recommend going hard on building day, just getting the bare minimum amount of boxes you can. And at 25, that's when you really, really should start focusing on your technology. The second you hit base 25, get your resource plots maxed out, or your refinery, your lumber, your electricity, and your water. Get those things maxed out. Start producing chips with your cash, because you really don't need cash that much anymore. And just start maxing out as many technologies as you possibly can. You shouldn't have been doing that much technology while leveling your base to base 25, because it took, iron. It takes a lot of iron and cash and oil from you while leveling, and you need those resources for your base. But once you hit 25, that's really where you should start trying to get that institute to level 25 and just start going hard on those technologies. Try to get elite military unlocked, because that's what's going to make you the strongest. Get your APCs unlocked. Get your zone commemoration done, get your zone conflict done, and start working towards tier 9 units, because even if you don't have that great of heroes, if you are, the first person in your server to get tier 9 units, and you have decent heroes, there's a good chance that you'll beat someone, because you have, some tech into elite military, you have tier 9 units, and your tech will carry you over their heroes. And they're, maxed out tier 7 units, or if they're, if they got to tier 8, then they're good tier 8 units. But that's kind of my strategy on how I like to approach leveling. I think, getting to base 25 should be your main priority, is getting to base 25, so that way you can get those start working on those resource plots and getting them leveled up. They really do produce a lot of resources if you have good development heroes like Alchemist and Carpenter, and those guys leveled up. They really do produce a lot of resources for you. And then once you get that institute to 25, you unlock elite military, and the faster you get elite military done, the more of a beast and a juggernaut you're going to be when it comes to trying to burn people, because your technology will just give you so much might and resistance and tactical mastery and all these goodies and buffs when it comes to attacking that just regular heroes itself isn't going to be able to overcome. So that's kind of my strategy when it comes to what to do at your base level. Just a quick summary: don't get stuck at level 19 and 20. Just push base levels. Don't get worried about getting all your units to tier 7 and then all your units to tier 8. It's only going to slow you down, and it's only going to set you back. Don't take the temporary strength over the long-term strength. The faster you get to 25, the faster you're going to get stronger than the rest of the players in the state. So get to 25 as fast as you can. Start maxing out that tech. Let's go into what comes after, your buildings and your tech. What should you start focusing on? Well, if you have VIP shop, you should try to get your VIP shop to level 2 so you have access to gold tickets. You should try to get advanced exploration. Try to get your gathering station to help you out with Clash of Zones. Those are really important. If you don't have VIP shops or a VIP shop, then I would really recommend starting the grind for gold parts. On average, it'll take you, a couple million diamonds to get a full gold set of parts for, Phantom, Ranger, or Dreadnought, whichever unit type you decide to go with. Once you get base 25, you get a decent amount of tech, and you start seeing that you're getting a huge surplus of diamonds, and you're not sure what to do with them. Don't hold on to them. Just start spending them. Start spending them, getting gold parts, and start working towards that gold part grind. Because if you have gold parts, you have an elite military done, you're gonna roll over players that have max heroes and tier 8 units. It won't even be a close fight if you have gold parts and great tech. So that's kind of the strategy for that. And then once you get your parts, start working on your next set. And then when you're happy with however many gold sets you have, just start dumping your points in the VIP shop, or your diamonds in the VIP shop, and just start maxing out your tickets and save up your tickets for seasonal heroes. I can't really recommend that kind of a strategy enough when it comes to trying to max out your base as fast as possible. One last thing I wanted to touch on is hero tokens. In daily challenges, you can get up to, I can't show it right now, but in daily challenges, you can get up to 60 hero tokens every day. And you can buy 100 hero tokens for $5 every day. So you can get a total of 160 hero tokens every day. If you are a money spender, or if you're not going to buy that $5 every single day, I really do recommend getting those 60 tokens as every single day, getting those 3 daily challenges done, because seasonal heroes pop up in the token shop, or Enzo pops up in the token shop, and so do the other development heroes. They all pop in the token shop, and it's a guaranteed way to get orange heroes. It just costs, some development heroes cost 1,200 hero tokens, some cost 16, some cost 2,400. So the faster you can start stacking those up, it's the easiest way to make sure you can guarantee yourself seasonal heroes and guarantee yourself development heroes if you're not going to be spending money on it, or if you are going to be spending money on it. It's a lot better investment in return as opposed to just buying gold tickets. So if you are spending money, make sure you buy that $5 100 hero token pack, and then make sure you're trying to get 60 hero tokens every day, because it really does add up, and soon you'll be able to afford all the development heroes and seasonal heroes that come in the token shop. For those that don't know what the token shop is, if you go into your item inventory and you go to your hero tokens and press use, you'll see heroes that you can buy for hero tokens. As you see, if I wanted, I could buy the medic right now, and I can buy 150, which is all it takes for you to guaranteed get her. Every 2 weeks this changes. Sometimes you'll see the unit development heroes. Sometimes you'll see Enzo in here. Sometimes you'll see the seasonal heroes like S1 heroes, S2 heroes, depending on what Doomsday season you're in. So sorry for this video being a little bit rambly and ranty. I just wanted to make sure I gave you a talking piece to listen to if you're doing something, or if you're at work and you just want to listen to some last shelter strategy. I appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a comment down below on what kind of videos you'd like to see next, or if you do like this kind of video, let me know. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye.